Now Bob Pierpoint takes us to meet the freshman Democratic congressman from the 3rd District of Colorado, Ben Nighthorse Campbell. He's a little different from most politicians you run into.
I can honestly say that the true meaning of what this great country is all about, this land of yours and mine, did not register until this year, January, when I was sworn in as your congressman.
Ben Nighthorse Campbell is a half-breed Indian. Campbell has come a long way from the streets of a small town in central California where the words half-breed were fighting words.
I was fighting more than I was eating, I can tell you that.
Nighthorse is what folks in his district call him. His mother was a Portuguese immigrant. His father was a Cheyenne.
They must have had interesting conversations about what America is all about. Those two, one recently carried to this land by the winds of hope, and the other of a heritage carried by the winds of all time.
Campbell went to college as a Korean War veteran. There, he abandoned street fighting for Judo. He became a national champion. He began making jewelry, a craft he had learned from his father. It paid well enough to buy a ranch in southwest Colorado. That's where Campbell got into state politics. At the time, his hair was Indian style, below his shoulders.
In fact, I had been planning on getting a haircut. When I was nominated to that, I knew I couldn't. They read it like denying your own heritage if you do that. So I just said, boy, what they see is what they get. I'm just going to go with the thing, win or lose, and won. In fact, when I did cut it.
Very good, Mr. Campbell. Very excellent speech this morning.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Campbell served 2 terms in the legislature, then ran for Congress last year. He's the 7th Indian to serve in Congress and the only one in there now.
How you feel about Washington at this point in time?
It's very challenging and it's very educational. It's very interesting, but people say to me, are you enjoying it? And that word doesn't quite fit, you know, because the pace is just unbelievable. I think everybody in our... Boy, it does look like we're going to get a little weather, doesn't it?
Campbell's wife, Linda, and their 2 children run the ranch while he's away in Washington or on the campaign trail.
This guy's his registered name is Highlight Scamp. Isn't that a god-awful name for something as noble as a horse?
Their ranch is in the middle of the Ute Indian Reservation. They raise beef cattle and championship quarter horses. When you're back in Washington, what do you miss most about this place?
Well, I miss the family a lot, naturally, because we used to do a lot of things together. I miss the lifestyle. I miss the openness. I always feel kind of closed in back there. And it's a marvelous town. There's lots of really nice things to see and do, but they're not the kind of things I see and do. But I was thinking maybe next time, depending on who wins the presidency, this guy, I think I'm going to take him back for the inaugural parade.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Write him that. A friend of mine said yes.
Campbell's district covers almost half of Colorado. It includes cattle ranchers and coal miners, ski resorts, and towns with quaint Western tourist traps. The politics and politicians are generally conservative. Campbell gets along so well with people from both parties that some Democrats complain he is too conservative, too independent.
I don't think I really follow party lines or special interest groups. Rocky Mountain News last week called me a maverick, and I don't know what that heading that comes under, but my retort was I'd rather be a maverick than a sheep.
Freshman congressmen often complain about the dizzying pace of work and the constant pressures from lobbyists and voters. But Campbell has his own way out.
The jewelry, what used to be my full-time profession, is really now my hobby and escape.
Campbell uses traditional Indian themes for his expensive gold and silver jewelry.
We call this
Lightning,
anything that kind of zigzags in Indian design is called.
black war bonnet,
This is a Sioux design.
Navajo sand
It's
painting.
all gold.
But his designs are most often quite modern.
This ring, the design is another one of those abstract designs, but in Indian mythology, there is an imaginary bird, and that bird flies through the sky, and you never see him, you see his tail, and his tail is the rainbow. And there's
Campbell's main workshop is on his ranch, but he also does some jewelry work in his small Washington apartment.
I usually start in my shop about 5. You know, sometimes those feelings and those thoughts about what you want to do come in the middle of the night. You'll wake up thinking about them, or you'll dream about them. And sometimes I just get up and get the thing started while it's fresh in my mind before I forget it. This was commissioned by Western author Louis L'Amour.
So what will he use that for now?
Well, to hold his pants up.
All right. It's a belt buckle.
It's a belt buckle, that's right.
All right,
I
now,
already sent him the bill.
He calls himself half cowboy and half Indian and says, what could be more American?
A lot of people back there think that the highest calling in life is the next seat above where you're serving now. That's just the political syndrome, but I've never felt that. I think you go back there and you stay a while and do what you can and you come home.
Come on, partner. Well, you're a good old boy, huh? Yes, sir, you're a good old boy.